Hey, this is Ed, Midway Landscaping, your landscaping coach. We're here in Woodland Hills, California at the Bolting Treeland Nursery. Come here to take a look at some plants and to see what's available. We have some specialty plants that we're doing for a job down in Huntington Beach, California. And from the standpoint of finding what we needed, seems like Bolting was the one that had a particular vine that we're looking for. We're looking for wisteria. It's a purple one, and we was able to find it. And now we're looking for some rosemary. There's a particular rosemary that is a very low growing rosemary. It's called Huntington carpet. And from what I understand, I think they carry some here. So we're gonna walk down here and check it out. Bolting has been around for a long time. It's a family-run nursery. They've been around since 1952. It's called Bolting Treeland. They specialize in trees. This is just one of their small retail yards, probably one of the premier yards here in Woodland Hills, California. They have bigger growing grounds down and up in Ventura County. I've been there for a couple of large trees we had to install years ago. But this is more your retail shrub type of nursery here in Woodland Hills. That's really nice. Baja fairy duster. Those are a native. Hummingbirds love them. There's rosemary there. I think this is called Tuscan. It's more of an upright rosemary. You can see some of the blue and stuff happening right now. The bees love this stuff. But they use this particular one, yeah, it's called Tuscan Blue. Up close to 5 to 7 feet, 2 to 3 foot wide. This is good if you're going to put it along a wall or something like that, especially close to the kitchen or close to the house where there's traffic, because the scent is really strong. But also, if you're a culinary person, this particular type of rosemary is very aromatic, and it's nice to use to cook. Here we go. Here, Rosemarinus prostate dwarf. This is more of your common prostate rosemary. This is not the Huntington carpet. The client wants me to put in 5 gallons because they want things to establish fast. As you can see, the bees are at work. So it's a very great beneficial, especially for bees. It's in bloom right now. This is February. Some really nice, healthy strands going on here. Should be able to see how light that is. It's got a lot of, it's very corrodic. It's not too bad. Let's go down here. Here we go. This is our Huntington carpet. I'm gonna tell you a little bit of difference in the two. So we'll walk back down here to our regular prostratus. Full sun, little to moderate water. The height is 2 foot by 4 to 8 feet. The width is 4 to 8 feet by about 2 foot. Pale lavender blue flowers trail over down a wall, a raised bed. So we're going to see what the characteristics are for the Huntington carpet. Doesn't seem like there's much of a difference, huh? From the prostratus to our Huntington carpet. It says here, dwarf rosemary. Full sun, little to moderate water, 1 to 2 foot width by 4 to 8 foot. Pale blue flowers, best for ground cover or bank cover. So this grows about a foot lower than our prostratus, so it doesn't have as much as the upright and straggly look as opposed to the Huntington carpet. See how the limbs just kind of fly up in the air like that? So they stick up, so trimming and stuff like that would be something that you have to consider. This one has some of that, but not as intense. It's more of a low grower, more compact. Seems like the leaves are a little bit thinner. The bees still love it. They're still doing what they need to do. But yeah, this is great. This is what I'm looking for. The Huntington carpet. I have to look and see how many we need to pull. I think I need to pull like about 10 or 15 of these. But now I know they have the availability. I might just go ahead and tag them, so that way I can be able to pick them up on Monday. The wholesale department is closed today. This is Saturday, So I have to come back and pick all this stuff up. I got my wisteria I'm going to pick up. But as you can see, they have a lot of different drought tolerance in California, what they determine as California native plants here at Bolting Treeland. Have the salvia, excuse me, salvia hot lips. Hummingbirds love this. This is just a full red one here, but normally the hot lips come in a red and a white. You can see the red lips, and then inside there where the hummingbirds go in and get the nectar. But they call it hot lips because the edge of that looks like a lip. They grow pretty nice. A lot of those are being designed in different jobs that I'm doing for drought tolerant and water conserving and rebatable type projects. So a lot of plants that are coming in bloom right now. This is getting close, getting into the spring. They had a really good couple days of rain here. We hadn't had rain in a long time, so it rained for a couple days. So all the plants got a really good watering and natural rainwater. So they really should start kicking in here within the next 3 or 4 days because of these rains that we've had. Because normally this is the time of year that most drought tolerant and water conserving plants get their water is during the winter months here in Southern California. They got this little fence up here to keep the rabbits out, even though the rabbits, they're probably finding their way in. But you have a lot of grasses, and as you can see, a lot of these grasses are are pretty dead looking, but they're not dead. They're just in a dormant stage. There's some grasses that are still kind of green, but most of the grasses are pretty much looking like they're dead, but they're in a dormant state. And this gives you an idea of what type of grasses, especially now because of these fires that we had. This kind of tells you what type of grass I would probably want around my home rather than having other grasses. Some of the grasses look really great and flowy and stuff like that, but you got to keep in mind if you have embers and stuff blowing around or you want to do fire suppression, you got to be kind of cautious about what you're putting in and how you do it. That's really nice looking there. That's rush. It's nice and tall, more of a kind of a dry creek bed type of look, or you want some height along a wall. There's some other types of greenery that's really nice and green. That'll be a nice suppression or a zone where they call it defensible zone, where the firefighters, they can come in and be able to help suppress the fire. They can be able to work. You have a lot of manzanita, low-growing manzanitas, 1 gallon stuff like that. But there's different plant material that you could use to help suppress or slow down the fire. And we're going to get into that quite a bit as we rebuild and re-landscape a lot of these properties that were damaged and destroyed during the fires recently in the last month or so. So there's going to be a lot of plant material that's probably not going to be available because it's going to be such a demand, especially for plant material that is fire resistant and fire suppressant. That's going to help slow the fires down or create like a zone so that the firefighters can be able to fight if there is a fire going on. So there's been pictures that I've seen where there's actually trees, eucalyptus trees, that people say like, oh man, those things are going to catch up like a torch. But there's actually been pictures that I've seen from fires up in Paradise in Northern California where those trees were actually still standing and the houses that were on the other side of the trees were totally destroyed, burned up. And this is from eucalyptus trees, which are normally what we consider in the landscape business very susceptible to fire. Here's a couple eucalyptus here. I think is an elm, but these trees carry a lot of supposedly a lot of oil content. These are Australian willows, I think it is. Yeah, these are Australian willows. But we'll get more into that as we get into designing and working with other landscape designers and contractors and the fire authority on what type of things we're going to be using to replace the plants and trees that were destroyed from the fires here in Southern California. So stay tuned and I'll keep you abreast of that. For all you Southern California people and people that are living in zones that are prone to fires, we're going to have something for you. But today I just want to show you the differences in the rosemary and what I'm looking for There'll be other visits to the nurseries like this one, and I'll carry you through and show you what I'm up to. And I appreciate you taking the time to check out my live video. Thanks for watching.